by contributing worthy information, by serving on various committees, and also exhibiting numerous products. This morning, we are blessed to have 3 strong members of the AGI in studio. And I'll be crossing over to them shortly for us to begin with our discussion. Good morning and welcome to all 3 of you. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, madam.
How are you? All right. Okay, so let me start with the coordinator for AGI in the Upper East region. AGI has been driving the economy of this country in diverse ways. But why join Pearl? Why did you even see the need to contribute to putting together the blueprint that would direct the Upper East region in our activities in various thematic areas?
Thank you so much. Good morning once again. Briefly, let me introduce the team that is here. And so my name is David Ania. I'm the regional coordinator AGI and also the CEO of Skyway Trading Enterprise. My left is so Miss Emanuela Avane of Ella Foods. And then we have Matthew Akayeti, the CEO of Heights Enterprise Limited. Once again, thank you so much for the opportunity to hear and say good morning to your cherished listeners outside there. Yes, of course. The Pearl initiative for us as AGI, we think that it is timely in the sense that, as you rightly mentioned, AGI, as the leader of the private sector, we believe that this is the way we can collectively think together to see which direction we would want to position the region as a whole. We have been behind for far too long because there have been, similar stories in other regions, and we have been told that they have been successful in whatever way that they have been, handling some of these things. And through AGI, we thought that it was very important that we also contribute our little quota in making sure that the region is positioned in such a way that at the end of the day, all of us will be happy, business will thrive, and development in the region would be at the level that all of us would be happy. And so if you look at what we did as AGI, we played an integral role as far as the planning and organization of this forum and exhibition is concerned. We took part in some of the meetings, the planning meetings, and we also made sure that we had our members play a lot of roles, particularly in the various thematic groupings, the 6 thematic groupings that we had. We featured prominently in all the thematic groupings. So myself, I was fortunate to be part of the economic infrastructure group. I know there are many others like Chris Akuba, Alaji Serif, Mark Robert, Yaba, and many others, who played different roles in their various groups. And so we feel that this was the only way we can contribute our quota to the development of the region. And then also exhibit our products. As you may be aware, we had displayed quite a lot of products, and people were surprised as to whether, and people kept asking, did we produce these products in the Upper East region? Because people thought that, well, it is only services that we have in the region. They never knew that we have people who are so innovative in coming out with some of these products. And so For us, we were very happy when we heard that the Regional Coordinating Council, together with their partners, were putting up such a program. And we couldn't have find a better platform to contribute our quota than through the Pearl Initiative.
Let me come to Mr. Kaiti. Height. And I like how you are always in your height t-shirts. What's the motivation?
Well, you need to sell yourself first before somebody sells you.
Sure.
So always try as much as possible to myself in any event.
So you've decided to use your body as a billboard. Is that it?
Not only my body, any equipment that I have.
Very well. So how would you describe the experience of having to be a part of this initiative, being able to sell your products and also witnessing this monumentum, Pearl, like the caliber of people that came for the program, the caliber of people that were willing to share ideas. How does all of that make you feel?
Yeah, it was very amazing. And I never knew we had such great ideas in the region. I say so because I was not part of any of the committees, but I took it upon myself to join the focus group discussions. I moved from one group to another, about 6 different groups: health, sanitation, education, and agri. That's where I went and locked up with. And the ideas that were coming up are very transformative. I think that if Pearl had started like 10 years ago, Volca wouldn't have been, Upper East wouldn't have been where it is today. Because those ideas that were coming out were so amazing. I believe that with our current dispensation, a government who is focused on development, if those ideas are finally refined to their final status and implemented, we'll see a lot of massive development here. I was an exhibitor, of course, and let me say this: when I was coming on my car, I heard you people talk about the guinea fowl stuff. Unfortunately, I dropped off to check on somebody and I didn't get all of it. On my table, I have a lot of people coming on board and they were asking, so are we able to do this in the Upper East region?
Yeah.
And one of it was these.
Yeah.
So how did you get this product done this way? We have never seen a guinea fowl with nutritional facts on it, with a FDA approval and all that. So they were amazed.
Yeah.
Not only that, our cooking oil, sesame cooking oil, we produce baobab cooking oil, produce cold pressed granite cooking oil, which is not common in Ghana. So when they see some of these products, they were so surprised that we have all these initiatives, this kind of programs in the region, yet it seems people don't know about them. So it's kind of gave us an exposure on the grounds about what we are doing. And for those who were coming from outside Bolga, they got to realize that, look, we have a lot of potential. It's just that we're not exploiting them. Yeah.
Hello, Madam Ella. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Ella Foods. What are you into?
Thank you for the. Yes, Ella's food is to natural product, which is ground shea butter. When it comes to natural seed, I have sesame seed, I have chia seed. In fact, I also have oil. Baba oil.
You've even
as
lost
well.
count.
Yes. I also have shea butter too as well. I
Okay.
think that's what I.
How does it feel to do business in the Upper East region? Is it a stressful thing?
It's amazing. One thing I know is that if you are not, you can't. So, being a business young lady like me, I think I started doing business. Started following my selling smoked fish. I used to roam a lot from Swing to Estate here. And then I
You
need
didn't
nothing.
room.
Ah, Swing oh. From Swing
We
to
slept in
Estate here.
markets.
I used to sleep in market as well because my mom will go to the EAG, the
Okay.
Tamale there to buy fish.
Mm,
I have to be there.
mm,
Whilst I was also taking care of my siblings.
mm.
So coming up, I'm
These
more
days
like
they say we shouldn't touch the children. We should.
so
Don't
my
kid,
mom
you know.
was into
Yes.
business,
Yes.
multitask. Yes.
Yes.
So I think I've
You learnt
taken
a lot.
a lot from him.
You have just added value.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's nice.
I think
Yes,
before you
okay.
move on, I mean, I mentioned to a friend, I told him that, oh, we have dawa tea.
Mm.
Yes.
And then he asked me, why now you just want to kill us so fast?
Mhm. Rather.
These were his remarks. He said,
Mm.
now you just want to kill us very fast. We
Mm.
know the men are dying so fast. So
Mm.
why are you introducing the dawa tea? How
Mm.
is it done? And I
Mm.
told him, look, I said, well, these products are very certified by FDA and the
Mm.
Ghana Standards
Mm.
Authority. So it's very safe to take it.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what this platform actually gave us the opportunity to showcase the region.
Mm.
And I think that if we had, just like Matthew rightly mentioned, if this activity or if this project had been, identified in years back, I'm not sure we would have been at where we are now. Because there are many products that people thought that it is simply impossible
Mm.
to produce them. Nobody has ever seen soybeans oil. The
Yeah.
thing that soybeans, we can only use soybean to produce chinchenga
Mm.
or kebab or to produce milk stuff. But I never knew that you can get sufficient oil and edible oil
Mm.
from soybeans. And so there's quite a lot. And I think that this marks the beginning.
This marks the beginning.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to Jafar. Jafar Seidu is in studio. Good morning, Jafar. Where have you been?
Yeah, I've been around.
Around as in around.
I've been around. I've been from DC. My second home.
Yeah. So I allow you to introduce yourself.
My name is Saeed
Mm.
Jafar. I'm the head of business under the Ghana Enterprise.
Mm.
My station is at Musa Saf.
Mm.
We do a lot. I'm
Mm.
very happy that I'm being very familiar with
Mm.
not only the familiarity within confines of the past, even office,
Mm. Mm.
especially
Mm.
they are,
Height is everywhere.
yeah, they are everywhere. And
Mm.
because my brother too.
Mm. Mm.
So I think for the Ghana Enterprise, this is one of the things.
Mm. Never.
What we do is sorted across the 15. What we do for money. All these business guys, all these people who are whatever they rule. And they know what I'm talking. He made mention of them. He made mention. These are a very cordial relationship. We are even facilitators. We facilitate. So what we do there, it's not just only about trying as much as possible to, let's say, not only to formalize their business, but also to give them platforms. On several occasions, we've been taking clients across the region, other places. And the Ghana Enterprises Agency, the government, we have offices dotted across the 50. When you come to Bulga, where we have a BRC. We call it the Business Resource. It's a one-stop shop. You can find all your business, so long as they are live in Ghana. When you come to Fumbisi, I am there. And I'm very happy about what I'm seeing. These are natural products. And I was happy when they were mentioning guinea fowl, dawa. You know where cereals are. Anything cereal, you cannot do it in this country without the mention. From dawa, from granules to sesame to whatever, honey,
Yes.
whatever, just mention it. So this platform has really created a connection, has bridged the gap that we didn't know existed for fun. My sister knows very well that if she really wants to get proper raw material, and fortunately, we are raw material producing district. Now I'm talking, even as a region, the Upper East region more of raw material than finished goods. So if we can package something like this to meet up with those imported products, if we are able to sustain businesses like this, or encourage young ladies like this to go into businesses that we are able to sustain for a period for, I think you and I will not be here trying to look for someone to give us jobs on. We are rather creating an environment to be empowered. Okay? We are rather creating an environment to be empowered rather than someone to give.
All right. I'll come back to you.
Sure.
Mr. Kaiti, you mentioned if this initiative had started 10 years ago, the region would have been more developed than it is now. Of course, there were some initiatives before now. It's just that those ones didn't go as far as this one has come. This is a political, if you like, a politician that started this. But it is apolitical because the people that prepared the document, the contributors and everything are not, they vote all right, but they are not people who are so much into partisan politics. What do you think we can do as a people in preserving this document and keeping it as sacred as possible, such that no one comes to alter it, no one comes to tell us that I'm going to set another committee to review it. Oh, it should have been this way, it should have been that way. Because this is our document, it's for the people, and the people are talking now.
Yes, I think that's a good question. And one thing that I think Ghanaians are coming of age is to allow politicians to have their way. I think many people, many of us have come to realize that, look, a politician comes to fight for his interests, the interests of his party, and not necessarily the development of the entire group. Many politicians are of that nature. So, like I earlier on stated, the thematic areas were discussed by ordinary people like me and you, civil servants and the like. So it is not the politicians that discussed these issues and came up with the areas. So it is left on us to be more focused as a region and fight to see its implementation to the latter. Because if we relax that another party comes and says that, well, this thing is not worth it, or maybe they think otherwise and don't give it the needed attention, we all are going to lose, because of course those who were involved saw what came out of the discussion. Other regions came out of the Upper East region and they are far ahead of us. So that particular feeling is in almost everybody. How come that they are able to go that far? These are some of the things. So I'm sure we have all come to the realization that everybody needs to put his hand on the deck to push on, instead of sitting behind and say, well, this party is in power, and for that matter, whatever they're doing, we all accept it. So I firmly have the belief that it is something that everybody must contribute to see to the implementation of what took place within these 3 days at Fountain Gate or Desert. So that at least at the end of the day, we can also say that, yes, we are reasonable people here, not just people who are looking for the downfall of the region. Because the more others are excelling and we're staying behind, the more bitter we become. Because, I mean, the world now looks at people who can move forward instead of people who are comfortable in their comfortable zone. And that is why you see other countries excelling whilst others are going back. It is all because of the mindset. So I'm sure that we have the mindset right now so we can take things up.
Mm.
Thank you.
Let me come to you, Mr. Nia. What role is AGI going to play in making sure that this document is worked with? I mean, a time will come, the current regional minister will not be in office. AGI is going to be here forever. What role do you intend to play as an association?
Thank you so much. So, to answer that, I will just touch a little bit on the issue Matthew mentioned of. If you are there, you would realize that participants who participated in this program came from different backgrounds and different political parties. So you realize that people who came there, they were not branded with party t-shirts or party colors or party paraders or whatever.
Mm.
People came as citizens of the Upper East region. And so you had former regional ministers, former DCEs and MCEs, former presiding members, current presiding members, leaders of the various political parties who, gave their inside out. They felt that the region together, we can move forward and be able to go far if we choose to put our political colors away. And so in the various groupings, you realize that people are not talking about what they have been able to achieve as a political party, but people were talking about what can we do as citizens, what can we do as a region to make sure that whatever we ascribe to do, whatever we intend doing to make sure that the region is developed, we go ahead to implement them without adding political colors. For AGI, everything is always business for us. I give you one of the policy initiatives or the issues that we have agreed on. I mean, for those of us who featured in the economic infrastructure, everything that we had there is business for AGI.
Mm.
If you look at, there was a discussion that there's a need to have a 10 kilowatts solar system established between Kaduna, Nandini, and Naga. It's going to be the private sector that is going to develop that. There's also going to be a 30 kilowatts farm, solar system farm that will produce energy and to export to our neighboring brothers and sisters in Burkina Faso. And that is going to be a business opportunity for AGI members. And so for us, we will continue to highlight the important areas that worth attention. For us, we will continue to make input into this very document. Now, let me say here that what happened at the Desert Pastures was not just the end of it. We have now up to the end of September to finalize the document, and people are still encouraged to bring in their inputs or suggestions or whatever that they think that it is worth bringing up for the attention of the leaders or the planning committee or the regional coordinating camp. And so for AGI, we will continue to make sure we play our role. We will continue to make sure that at least we take active part. I mean, fortunately, we were made, to take charge in mobilizing or organizing some of the activities. So if you look at the exhibitions, it was organized by AGI members. And I think we did it satisfactorily. And we will continue to play our role in making sure that whatever we have agreed to undertake as a region is implemented devoid of political colors.
Mm.
And we will also make sure that as and when we need to contribute our resources, we will also do so to make sure that the region is moved from the level that we are currently facing up to a different level.
Mm.
I mean, when we went round, at a certain point, especially when we are on break, we go around to interact with people in other groupings, and people were very excited that AGI is playing an integral role in this whole setup. And so at the end of it all, it's going to be business for AGI. And so if AGI strives, it's a region that strives. And if the region strives, it is going to be AGI that strives, because You cannot do anything in this region without the private sector. It is the private sector that is going to drive every single implementation in this policy document. I was very fortunate. I was very happy to see the various district assemblies and municipal assemblies also exhibiting their potentials. I see that as an opportunity for us to collaborate. Because many of the things that they have, it's in the raw form. So, for instance, they have rice. I mean, if you go to the Fumbisi Valley, they have Dawa Dawa. You go to Bungo, they have the limestones. They have stones that we can use, to produce limestones. Then you go to other places, there are a lot of raw materials that we think that the private sector can take advantage of to make sure that we develop the region. So for us as AGI, we will continue to play our part in making sure that these ideas that we came up did not just end up at the shelves, but that it is being implemented. And fortunately, we had quite a number of investors who also came up showing interest to partner the private sector in undertaking some of these things. And I could count up to, let me even say, 6 different investors that I have spoken to on that very day, who were very busy, and they sat through to make sure that they listen to contributions and also to contribute the ideas in making sure that whatever we have agreed, we get the needed funding. I remember I spoke to one man from Slovenia, and then he said, look, we are here to make sure that we give you the needed capital when you are not able to meet it. And so I asked him, how would you then do it? He said, oh, it is very possible. You come up with the idea. And if it is something worth investing in, we will take up that discussion. And then when we get to where we have to give you the needed funding, we will do so. So we are very grateful to the authorities, particularly the regional coordinator.
Let me come to you, Ella. They talk about how when all of this is implemented, it's going to be good news for AGI because there's going to be business and the private sector would play a key role in that. We have a lot of young women out there that complain of there not being jobs. How easy or difficult is it for one to start a business? And what would be your advice to the many young women out there who are reluctant in starting one?
Thank you for the. What I always say or tell myself, if you don't have passion for business, you can't. I've seen a lot of ladies getting up that I'm into business. The next day you hear that when you ask them, business is not just all about starting or you just get up, tell your parents or whosoever that will give you the money to go and start. If you don't have passion for the business, what I can tell my colleagues or young ladies out there is that the only thing that you can be respected in your community or home or wherever you found yourself, you need to be responsible. You need to get something doing. You need to get something that at the end of the day, you wouldn't be dependent on someone. I feel so excited, and I know it's by the grace of God that at least when I wake up, I don't call anybody for. Even if I call for money, maybe they've brought, maybe somebody called, oh, Ella, had this, so like I have 5 bags of granules. Can you buy it? Maybe at that moment, I don't have money. Or someone I think person can this amount. At the end of the day, get the money or give the money. A lot of ladies out there claim that the only job they can pay. I am not perfect. I was once there, but growing up, childhood is. But growing up, I learned. Sometimes you pick a phone call a man, help me when. Ella, how long? How long can you calling people for help, and that thing took me. Have to do. I started. I even told you earlier that I started when I was young. So in school, that's selling pure rich, selling. I did stay back. So before I even complete my HND, I planned what I'm coming to do at home because I don't want to be dependent on. That was where I started. Came and I started with online food. Others were coming. I said, okay, I want to do for masters and national service where I held the food services. I held the food. I was selling food. I said, okay, let me hold that one for now. Then I started the granule paste. Business were going on. And added that I urge our lead with men cannot provide what we your family members cannot provide what I urge them. A lot is going really happening in this world,
Mm.
especially this lots of yes, like you wake up,
Okay.
you see a lady
Yes.
doing
Yeah,
this, then when you know you have hands, you
Yes.
have passion, you can do
Yes,
something for yourself.
yes, I get you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure those listening also get you. Please let's
Stay on bell.
let's do our best. You see, there's a story I saw where somebody they asked a young girl what she wants to do in future, and she said she wants to marry a rich man.
Wow.
Wow.
I want to be rich. Oh.
You don't want to be rich yourself.
Yeah, I want to be rich.
Okay.
Then I'll marry a rich
Um,
man too.
We are talking Upper East, and I just realized you are wearing Invest in Busa South. Oh, that's great.
Sure.
That's great.
Sure.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
But the Upper East in general,
Mhm.
yes, we are talking development,
Mhm.
but for the region to develop, we need to build the human resource of this region.
Mhm.
And the human resource building must start from the strong ones to the weak, because for those who are already they are in their 50s and the rest, they are aging. So we need to invest in the young ones, the 19, 20, 30, thereabouts. You'd realize that drug usage and also the unwillingness to learn anything that has to do with a vocation or a technical skill is very serious in this region. I don't know, everybody wants to wear suit and tie. And we are not so far from a time where majority of those people are going to be out of business. AI is doing majority of the work for us now. The only thing AI will not be able to do is be a carpenter. As for that one, the AI they can try, but AI can never be a carpenter. Maybe it can give you a machine that will help you do it fast, but it can never be a mason. AI can never be a painter. You will be there to guide the machine to do the painting. How do we reorient our young people, and at what stage do we start? Because we are really losing grips of them.
Okay. So to start with, I think there's the need for us to organize series of, including online and on radio and on ground, mindset shifts for our young people. Not only within the business sector, but even at the school level. When they are at the junior high school, when they are at the secondary or the SHS level, when they are at the techniques there, when they are at the technical universities, when they are at the mainstream and traditional universities, there is the need for us to capitalize on this course that is being run. And then what we have, a mindset shift. You can be who you want to be, no matter where you are. Sometimes it's the misconception or it's how you conceive it. You and I know, growing up in the neighborhood, you know how very tough things are. Why are we not doing drugs? You had all the look at where you are. Look at where I am. We are surrounded by almost everywhere where you have every liberty. But why are we not into it? It is about the mind shift. It is about the person. The society, yes, but you, the individual. how ready are you to either follow or not follow those who are into? So certainly, I think it's a problem of the mindset. And like you rightly mentioned, we need to start from the junior high school levels, the senior high school level. Then we'll be able to escalate it to tertiary level, where we will be able to, before you come out, you really know what you want to come out. I'm not waiting for the next application to come and say they are looking for police. Then about 10,000 or 100,000 forms are sold. At the end of the day, only 100 people. And even with the 100 people, you don't need to you don't need to know someone, but someone needs to know you. You don't wait to say I am looking for a job to become a business advisor because I've done marketing and communication at the technical university, or I've done political science. But no, that is not exactly what we are. What exactly would you be able to do when you come out? These are the sort of things that we should be looking at. These are the areas that you as AGI, me as someone who works within the Ghana Enterprise, someone within as a member of the Association of Small Scale, someone who works normally as a normal, how are we able to galvanize the efforts to put up the pieces that we have to ensure that the Upper East region becomes the center when it comes to, in fact, it is even the most endowed region, if you ask me. Even to the human resource, ask of those who are doing well. Majority or even most of them, they are northerners. Go to the engineering services, go to the mines, go to where, even within the political space. If you come to Upper East region, go to wherever sector that you want to do. You will find out that no, people really thought. But as to how we are able to practicalize our thinking problem, that is where the gap is. So I see more of a mindset shift training that we need to. It's going to be a conversational, not a confrontational, but this thing that you are doing. What do you think? Do you think that when we're doing this, it will be better? Then it becomes intentional. It's going to be something intentional, and we are going to have a very serious conversation. Their likes, her likes, and his likes, and myself, you have been on the airwaves, not today. People want to, if they hear you, some know your voice, but they don't know you. This is who, but they know you. They hear the voice, they know the voice. Can we count the number of awards that you have received anytime we organize GJ Awards? No. You are willing to pull people up. Where are they? You are willing to groom a lot of humu. Where are they? Not that they are not capable, they are. But sometimes it's about the urge, the confidence. So when you use yourself as an example, as a light where you can, a paddle, where someone can stand on you and say, we can do this together. You're also into business. You're an entrepreneur. You have an array of businesses like the Upper East. This and many more. So let's start the conversation. I am very happy that you are talking about draft. As for the issue of the draft, it's something that you and I will have to face on. It is something, it's a no go area for. An idle mind will be a workshop for the devil. That's what it is. So if you have something doing, because you will not have all the luxury of time to go and sit at a base somewhere to probably at the end of the day, one person or the other will say, we need to take some whatever. So let's start the conversation now. It's very important.
Thank you. And I would want you to build on that. But before you do, let me ask you this. And when I come to you, even if I forget, add it. As a businessman, how do you get people to help out? Because you are doing groundnut oil, sesame oil, natural honey, guinea fowl, sobolo, moringa. You definitely need extra hands.
Sure.
Can you confidently say that if I need 10 people to work with tomorrow, I'll find them?
Yeah. As a businessman in the field, there seems to be a growing trend in the East that the young ones seem to behave some way.
Come today,
To
tomorrow
the best
don't
of
come.
my knowledge, they don't want to work, but they want money, quick money. And that is a trend that is destroying a lot of the guys. If you want him to do work, he doesn't want to do, but if you can do for him, he's very happy to work. Then he takes 70% of the profit and report falls to you. You see, that's a challenge that we have. And it's something that I think a different trend of training or mindset program should be rolled out. And these are all people who come out from the schools like primary school, senior high school, some even polytechnics and others, training college. The mindset of making quick money without sweating is something that is engulfing most of them. And it's quite a problem because if you are a serious-minded business person, you set up a business, you wouldn't like to take somebody who will sleep and come at 9 o'clock. When you yourself is up at 5 a.m. working, and he comes at a time that like he's now the CEO. And that is a problem that many people are facing, especially in Upper East here. And I have a friend who brings people from down south, come and get them accommodation, they stay there. And if you get somebody who seems to be serious and he's working very well without any problem, the next day he has a funeral. My brothers, sisters, mothers passed on. I'm going for a funeral. I want to follow. He comes and there's this problem in their house. So you see that it distorts your work. That is a problem that we have. But all that I still think, like my brother here said, it's a mindset that we need to start building for the young ones that would help us have a better future. If not, at the end of the day, we'll be going out to bring labor into the region to work. Because the young ones are looking for quick money. They don't want to sweat at all. And you give them money, they think that is too small.
Yes.
You hire somebody with no knowledge whatsoever in what you are doing. You say, well, I'll pay you 500 Ghana cedis. Bills are, what is 500 Ghana cedis? If I take yellow, how much is going to be at the end of the day? But you have no practical experience whatsoever. You are somebody I have to train from the onset, the beginning, to be able to do, and you can even cause damage to my machines. So if you are coming and you're looking for 1,000, 1,500, then at the end of the day, you come and touch this machine, you damage it. I have to go and use like 3,000 to repair it.
Even the 1,500, you won't get them.
That's the problem. They don't
Even
value money.
They don't value money.
You see, so that's a problem. So to add to what Jeff just said, yes, I've noticed that like the mindset we're talking about, parents need to take this up before society comes into build, because we have parents that children will come from school, instead of engaging them in learning something, they allow them roam around. Sometimes they'll even say they are sending them for extra classes. For me, I somehow have a problem with that, because how many graduates does our institution pass out every year? With all those graduates, where are they going to find a job? If they have the mentality that, oh, I need to get money without working. So you see that we'll end up having scammers on our streets who are not ready to do anything. And aside that, they'll be creating more problems to us. So I think that if parents comes to the realization that your young person, your young daughter or son who is in JSS 1 or 2, find him a mechanical shop, an electrician shop, so that when he comes from school, he should go there. Instead of sitting in the house waiting for you, maybe you're also engaged somewhere, and the child is loitering around, waiting till the evening he eats and go to sleep. Let him engage himself on something. When he comes from school, he should go and learn and trade. In the evening when he comes, make time, let him study and go and sleep. But if you allow him to roam around, that's where the devil workshop begins to work. And these are the things that makes them feel like, oh, if you are working and you don't get enough money, it's useless. But you can't get enough money without experience. Experience is what drives money. So if you come with the right experience, I'm ready to pay you any amount that you think will keep you produce value for me. But without experience, why am I giving you so much money? Thank you.
In the last, I think, 1 or 2 weeks, we've engaged quite a number of people in the area of this PEL to solicit for suggestions even before the launch and during the launch and all of that. We've had to talk to former ministers, ambassadors, DCs, and all of that, technocrats, business people, entrepreneurs, and majority of the people haven't spoken anything different from what we are saying, that getting young men and women in this region today to learn a trade or to work for you is a challenge.
Sure.
It's a huge challenge. We are talking about developing the region. the next 10 years? The next 10 years. By that time, Mr. Akayeti is so tired now. He wants money to do majority of the things for him. He's thinking of, because at a point when you make money to a certain level, when your business grows to a certain level, you shouldn't be doing all the work by yourself. He's thinking of getting people to do some of the things for him. Who is he going to get? You are an entrepreneur. You are a business person. How do we resolve this thing? Where should we start from?
Thank you so much. I think the best way to handle this is to review our curriculum. In the sense that if you go to Nigeria, for instance, if you have a child between the age of 10, from 10 going up, from school, the child doesn't go home straight. The person chooses a place to engage himself or herself. So, the person, you will have as a parent to guide the child. Make sure that you explain the inside out of every step that the person would need to undertake. And then based on that, the person makes an informed decision as to the kind of apprenticeship that he or she would want to engage in. And so the child closes from school, then it gets to work site. Whether it is a tailoring, carpentry, mason, or whatever. Then the person is able to change her clothes, be it the uniform, and then can put in her work clothes, and then she starts to engage. In fact, it's been difficult, as my colleagues rightly alluded to. It's been very difficult identifying or getting people to work with in the Upper East region, particularly Bolga and its surrounding communities. And for instance, if you look at masons, carpenters, you name them, you cannot find them. It's just because the orientation has been very wrong. So you go to a house, the child goes out and doesn't come on time. And when you ask the parent, say, he left last night, he has not returned. Have you followed up to find out why? He says no. Why? Even if I ask, he will not tell me, or she will not. And that is wrong. The child needs to be groomed up. The child needs to be guided as to how he or she can live up her life in order to become a better person in the future. So 1, we need to review our curriculum. 2, we need to intensify our parenting. Because somebody comes, as I said, the person comes back from school as a child, you need something to eat. Unfortunately, you are not able to afford that. And what the child will start to think is, where will I go and get that differently? And so if you are a girl, then you start to think, maybe let me go to Mr. Akolgo's house. I might be able to get some bowl of kinky. And that is where it starts from. But if you are able to also step up as a parent and make sure that you perform your duties as a parent, the things will change. That way, the child, 1, will respect you. Number 2, the child would be able to take an informed decision in the sense that the person will be able to say, okay, instead of just sitting idling, let me undertake an apprenticeship training. That person will stay on. The other issue also is that many of them get used to money early. And then at the end of it all, if they start to get 1 CD, they want to begin to get 10 CDs. And in that order. And that is why every single day the kids dropped out of school and then they engage themselves into galamsey and other things. And especially many of them now travel outside Ghana. They go to other African countries to mine. And they come back home with huge sums of money. And the parents are happy that my son or my daughter has traveled and all of a sudden he has come back home with so much money. And so we can now provide food, we can now build, we can now buy a motorbike or buy a car or whatever. Forgetting that whatever the person is engaged in will not be there forever. I always say that if you are able to learn a skill, it's a lifelong investment. And you can use it to get money any point in time. And so we need to make sure that we review our curriculum. We need to make sure that as parents, we step up our parenting. We need to make sure that we encourage the young ones to take up apprenticeship training. Otherwise, in the next 10 years, we will not have many of the things to support ourselves with. there are many people who brings in tilers from Togo,
POP and the rest.
POP and other things from Togo, and even Ivory Coast. And you ask yourself, people go to Ivory Coast to mine. So what did they do differently that we as a country is not doing? So we need to make sure that we orient our kids from the beginning. Somebody will say, oh, for you're a girl, even though I'm supposed to train you as how to prepare TZ. But when it's time for you to, they say, oh, you go and sit down. When I finish, I'll call you. Forgotten that you are not helping the person. Whatever you do as a parent, you must involve the child and make sure that the child lives up to expectations. I mean, I find it very unfortunate that if you go to the nightclubs, you go to Jacom, you go to, there's another one on the double route, where there's another Akolibila. You go to Akolibila, you go to other places, you realize that you have a lot of young girls, especially the girls, and they come out with short dresses. Some of them, I don't even know. I always ask them, do you always dress like this from home? Or you put the dress somewhere and then when you get out, you put it on? And because I ask, because you go there and then you look at them and you wonder whether they even came from the various homes. They are not properly dressed. And many of them are engaged in alcoholism. And so when you are able to get 1 cedi today, tomorrow you don't get that 1 cedi. You are thinking, what should I do? Yesterday you had Guinness. Today you don't have the money to buy Guinness. But you have money you can go and buy Tramo. The person will say, well, all die be die. So instead of the Guinness, I prefer to go and buy Tramo. Maybe that costs 5 cedis. Forgetting that you are putting your life in danger. I have seen just last week, glue. Somebody added super glue into water. You see?
Huh?
Super glue.
Hey.
I added it to water, drink.
How high do you want to be?
You know, and when you ask them, they will tell you that I want to look different.
Really?
How different do you want to? He wants to make sure that when he takes it, all other human beings that turns to animals for him. And that's why when they come home, they have no respect for parents. They look at you to be a goat. Because after all, what is it? If you joke, they say, shit.
You are an oldie. You don't know what has happened.
If you don't take care of yourself, they'll even beat you and go. You see, so, if we really, really want to develop the region, we need to initiate a conversation, make sure that we get off our people and let them get to understand that as a child, you are not just for yourself, you are not just for your parents, but you're for the country. And for that matter, we need to make sure that we orient you to make sure that you are able to undertake activity that will help you in the future. And one other thing, I mentioned the parenting. Many parents are not helping. When they get up, instead of they themselves to try to find out what they can get in the family, especially if they have a female child, they are expecting that female child will come up with 1 cedi. And so in the evening, the child comes, or in the morning, the child comes with 2 cedis and say, Mama, take 2 cedis, or Dada, take 1 cedi. And you feel proud and happy that your son or your daughter has come home with 1 cedi. And you did not even ask where he got that money from. And so it is that alone is an endorsement that whatever or wherever that person got the money from, you are pleased with it. And therefore, the person can go back there to hustle to get that money. And before you realize,
the Upper East,
the child is down.
Yeah, the Upper East region is not a region that is isolated. It belongs to a country called Ghana. Majority of these rules and the policies and the laws binds all of us. Curriculums are not designed at regional level. It comes from the national level. What can we do differently? Not throwing entirely away everything that comes from the national level, but what special arrangements can we have as a region to be able to enhance the learning of some of these skills? Now, we are talking about technical and vocational skills. We are talking about Pearl. How do we build our own workshops, our own training? I mean, we have technical schools in this region who do not even have proper workshops. People are learning carpentry and masonry. They can't form a chair, table and chair. What do we do? And so you, Jafar, what do you think we should do?
For me, I think to be very, very honest with you, I want to continue from where my brother ended in regards to, you see, when you go to the Bolga Polytechnic, where I completed the Bolga Tanga Polytechnic. No, you completed Technical University. But I completed Polytechnic. So but yeah, Milum Lanusitoma, the baby.
Sure.
Okay, do you know that's their motto? That's the motto of our school. That Milum Lanusitoma, the baby. So to it, knowledge with a combination of your hands is the future.
Yeah.
But we are removing the
Nusitoma.
The Nusitoma. And then concentrating on this book. For me, give me the opportunity. I can talk from now to tomorrow morning. I will not get tired. But give me a phone to be able to fidget with it and whatever. Or I'll open this thing and do something technical with it. Trust me, you will beat me hands down. It is not my area. So I have, from day one, identified and have identified. And I see something happening at Bolga Central Technical University. Sorry.
Technical Institute.
Bolga Central Technical Institute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I drive along. I see the tutors bring the students out there with bricks.
You're the
mortar.
second person to mention this.
Bricks and mortar. And you just see them. They are laying bricks. They are straightening the line. Just like the way you call your mason to come to your site and they will do. That's what they are doing there. So I want to encourage them to do 30-70. 30% of the classroom and do even 70% of what they are doing there. That is where
the last time somebody mentioned that we saw them molding blocks.
I saw them. I was driving along. I think on 2 different occasions. I was going to Fumbisi. I saw them.
They need a bigger space.
Not only a space do they need. You don't really need a bigger space. You need a bigger mind.
Okay.
Because if it is a space, they can go and say they want to build.
No, I say that because I'm not sure it's only masonry they are teaching, carpentry, and they need to form, even with the mason, there are times they will have to dig foundation and build.
This is what they do. If they come to Aquabulk, you have a site. They will come and say, okay, we want to use our students to build your fence. They will go to AGI's office. They want to use their students probably to cast a pillar.
Okay.
They want to use their students for this. So they don't need any bigger space. What they need is bigger opportunities where people will someone will say, why will I give it to them? At the end of the day, waste my cement. No.
They won't.
They have a tutor there.
So when you and I continue giving opportunities to young chaps like this is where the future starts. For me, you and I, you know very well that when it comes to issues of technicalities, we are it's a no go area for us. And so if we have identified our strength, and you identify that this is what this young lady can be able to support, no matter how minute your support, less support. And again, the parenting. Me, I'm a tailor. If you give me clothes, I'll do for you. Trust me, if I cut it and put it down, it will take me the next month to. Because I don't do it. I don't sit on this my bottom. I want to do. No. So because of that, my younger brothers, younger sisters, they have taken over. One is a teacher. He's always looking for an opportunity like this. He won't go to work. You'll get money. And he does well. One of my sisters in Zongo, she's doing fantastic. So why don't
you know that Mr. Akaeti, do you know that I think that is the reorientation, and we all have a part to play. Let us sit our children down once in a while and do the maths for them. Okay. So even a mason what do you call it? Those who mix the mortar. How do you call them? Laborers. That's how they call them. Some of them take 120 and 150. The masons take 150 or so. I don't know.
150.
150.
Mason takes 200.
200.
Yes.
So let's do the math for our children once in a while. Tell them that a mason takes 150. That's a mason who doesn't have work and decides to go to another person's
Just to
site.
help.
A Mason don't take 150. It's 200 cities.
I mean, those who go to other people's sites to
Yes,
help, not
yes.
the masons that have their.
Bade people is 200.
Bade people 200. So do the math for them. And some of these Bade people, sometimes they start at 9.
Yeah.
And by 5, they are washing their trowel and those
Yeah,
things.
clothes.
Let's do the math for the children. That the mason takes 200, but that's even a mason who goes to somebody's site too. In 10 days, he has 2,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
In a month, even if you don't work on Sundays,
6,000.
you have about 5,000
How many
something.
public sector
It's-
workers take
And tell them that teachers take this amount. Nurses take this amount. Not to say that teaching is not a good job,
No, it
but
is.
maybe we make them feel that, oh, these are
White-collar
menial
jobs.
jobs. These jobs don't pay so much. They are unattractive and all of that. Let them know that when a mechanic changes your oil, this is how much the mechanic takes. When you begin creating this mental picture, it gives them a fair idea of what to do when they grow up. But we let them know, everybody, when you grow up, I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be, and we are forcing careers on our children. I want you to be this. I want you to be that. And they grow with that mindset that they want to be this. I've had a doctor tell me that doctors don't make as much money as you think.
People
Oh.
think- Exactly.
Some of them are really struggling.
Yeah.
And doctors will tell you that, look, we don't make that much
You see,
as you think we do.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the prestige
yeah.
that comes with being a doctor. And okay, I have a son or a daughter who is
Who's
a doctor.
Yeah.
So we need to begin now. We need to.
People want to
Zakaiti.
dress neat.
Oh, but when you closed, when you close,
The AC.
yes. Look,
Yeah.
let's be sincere.
Sure.
Go round. Okay, majority of the houses we see around, most of them are for artisans.
Yes.
And we have teachers, nurses, whatever, renting them. We have electricians building, masons building their own homes. And people are renting them. We do not tell the children the right things. We are not telling them the right things. And maybe we don't start at the right time, Mr. Kaiti.
Yes, what I see is that is a neo-colonial mindset that is still created on us. And now that we're come to the realization, we have to make the change. Why? Because education is to train you to be a loyal employee, not to work for yourself. That is why we have a lot of people in Ghana who do not want to venture into entrepreneurship. They are comfortable at the end of the month. They go and sign the check and they pick. Go and
Right.
sure. Then they keep on praying for 30 days to come again. And that is why when you are having that mindset, you can never develop, because how many people can government employ? If we ourselves do not create the employment opportunities to bring others on board, and we're all looking at somebody to employ me, so we're all seeking for somebody to employ us. So that is a problem. So we have to make that mindset. And like we're talking, as a parent, you have a child, rightly as you mentioned, make the mask for the person. The child, let him start thinking. Yes, you need to start doing something. Some of us paid so much, worked so hard, get our masters. It's lying in the house. It's of no use. If I had put that money in my business, by now I would have been somewhere far away from here. And it's not small money. Do a master's. Now you are talking about PhD and all that. It's of no use. After your first degree, be serious and get something that you can do with your hands. Because at the end of the day, with all these certificates and whatever, you are come to look for somebody to employ you. If it's about entrepreneurship, you don't need a master's degree to be an entrepreneur. Work on. And when you are relaxed, when you have enough money, you can go and do that so that you can add a little value to yourself. But what matters for the day-to-day survival, it's about having something with your hands to do. But unfortunately, the mentality has been said that if you don't go to school, you are a dunderhead. And now the dunderheads are employing people. They are
Yes.
building houses
Oh,
for
yes.
the intellectuals to rent. So there should be a
I'm a
mind shift,
victim.
and every parent should target working on creating that mind shift in the children, so that they don't follow the trend that we have followed and we're today.
Hmm.
That people who are selling goods in the market are building houses, and we with our degrees and masters are going to rent, and we can't afford to build houses for ourselves. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Ella, you were laughing and smiling. What's so exciting about what he said?
Well, I'm a victim.
Okay.
When I was in the university,
Mm.
when it's time for after writing, people will run to check where you are, whether you're in first class, second class.
Mm.
When they come and check and whether you're in second class lower, try to teach that you. At that point, that yes, at that point, coming to class. So it got to some time, I feel like giving up. I wanted to drop because I felt, am I here? Because friends are looking at you. We come to class, they're looking at you. So I wanted to drop, but I looked at myself. Fine, if you are not good at the exams side, you're good at practice. So, and currently, I can tell you that most of the first
class
if
students.
you see them, you won't buy them 10%. You won't buy them. So sometimes I feel like, oh God.
let
So
me
when they
not
see
let me
me-
not cut you short.
Yes.
I encountered a graduate who was looking for a job and didn't mind what type of job. He just wanted to do something.
Mm.
So, and usually I like to interact with people just to know where they are coming from and the type of mindset they have. So we're just having a conversation. And I said, I want to ask you a question. When you got admission to go to the technical university, the one that paid your fees, if the person had suggested to give you the money to start a business and you going to school, what would have been your response? He laughed. He said, you would have said that the person doesn't like him.
It's
Why
true.
would you say I shouldn't go to school when I want to go to school and become a better person?
It's true.
So I asked again. So now, what you know now, if you knew what you know now, would you have taken the money to start that? Even half of it, you would have taken it to start a business, because he has completed. He's sitting in the house. He sent application letters almost everywhere. He's not getting employment. And even now, if he gets to be a cleaner, he will be a cleaner. What kind of
Look for
educational system are we practicing? Is it that our leaders do not know, or they just don't want to do something about it?
They are overwhelmed with the numbers.
Okay.
And number two, our parents don't do their own work well.
Mm.
And because of that, the kids go to school and choose wrong courses. So instead of you to undertake a technical course, you want to read journalism.
Okay.
You want to do business administration.
Mm.
Who needs to establish?
You want to go and read music?
Yes, so you want to go and read music. You can imagine. You want to go and read music. And I have somebody.
Dondology and the
I
rest.
have somebody who said, "Oh, I've encouraged my son to undertake a different course." And he says how he wants to read.
Mm.
And he's wondering what the music would fetch him.
Mm.
And I said, well,
It depends.
probably that may be his talent. So
Mm.
sit down with the child and then you will get to understand. So many a times when we are choosing courses at the various universities or at the tertiary level, we do it alone.
Mm.
We don't ask, we don't consult. And I think that is wrong. If we really want to succeed and we are ready and we want to do it better, for me, I think that let's begin to speak to our kids. Let's begin to consult others. Let's take the child into consideration. You have lived with the child for so many years up to that level. At the point that he or she is now going to the university or technical university or whichever level, you know what the child is. You know what she is good at. And so based on her strength, you are able to identify the appropriate course for that person. At the end, the person comes, oh, I've seen something like that. I've seen Madam
Mm.
Umu on radio. I have heard of Manasseh Azore going around, carrying out investigation and other things. That may not be your talent.
Mm.
But it's because you have seen others do it and they do it excellently. You think that you want to also get involved. At the end of the day, you are not able to do it. You also think that government is not doing enough to help the system. Just like he rightly mentioned, you go to the Bokatanga Central Technical Institute, they do a lot of the practical arts. What happens if this child completes from school? The person goes back home. I'm from Binaba. I go back to Binaba. I'm staying at Binaba. Nobody is making use of my knowledge. I have the skill. What should I do? And so that is where people sometimes, because they are not making use of the knowledge and the experience that the person has had, the person probably thinks and say, well, let me diversify. There's an opportunity for me to go into the pit and bring out stones to go and grind and get my few plates in order to sell. Why not take advantage of it? Then the person goes in there without considering the health hazards. So parents have a bigger responsibility.
Mm.
Government, when I say government, I am referring to both the central government, the regional coordinating council, the district assemblies, as well as sector agencies.
Mm.
If you look at Ghana Enterprise Agency, I mean, fantastic ideas. Previously, they had a lot of support they give to artisans. Ask yourself, how much of that money goes to the right people?
Mm.
What has come of it? We need to also move away with the over-politicization of national issues. Ghana Enterprise Agency launched a program. If you are not a member of the ruling party, you have no access, you cannot benefit. Even if you have the right ideas, if you have good ideas, nobody buys into it. Just for the fact that because you have never worn a party t-shirt or their party t-shirt, you are not qualified.
Is that an example or a clear example?
It's a clear example. I've seen it.
No,
Oh, come on. I have seen. Look, let me tell you. Let me give you an example.
No,
There are many people who pick. Hold on.
Let's stay on Pearl.
My brother.
Maybe we can have a friendly conversation.
I don't know, because I have the experience.
Can you let him land?
Ghana Enterprise.
You please
I'm coming just a
no.
moment. Ghana Enterprises Agency is a state-owned institution. Ghana Enterprises Agency is under Ministry of Trade, formerly Ministry of Trade and Industry, now Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness. And I can tell you that whatever it is that we are doing, we have processes, we have programs, projects. And I also remember that AGI is one of the bodies that Ghana Enterprises Agency collaborated with.
What of those who are not members of AGI?
I'm coming. That one of the collaborators, AGI, you are a member of AGI.
Yes.
And you know what I'm talking about. As for support for government, I am not here to say we are choosing and picking. No, it's for everybody.
We are Jaffer. Jaffer. No, I know you know the fact that you are here and you work for them. Yes. I expect you to, but you see, we are looking at in general what it is that we have to do as a people of the Upper East region. And you see, what he's talking about is fine. He used your organization.
But
you see, a lot of times.
I'll give you an example.
A lot of times.
An abstract example, or is something that you are.
Jaffred, let me give you a vivid example.
Okay.
2024, there was an opportunity for the Ghana Enterprise Agency to support people with disabilities who are into business. Many of them got those monies and they didn't even have a proper business. I had the opportunity to speak to some of them. They got the money, and the money was never put into the purpose in which they requested the money for.
So is that the problem of GEA?
I'm saying that it is not GEA per se. That's why I said over-politicization.
It's a general problem.
And then the minister calls you and tells you that, Jaffred, this ABCD has put in an application. Make sure you support the person. You cannot say you will not support the person. And where will you sit? If they're on DCE, if there's an opportunity for you to pick 10 people in your district, and it happens that the DC calls you and tells you that, oh, this person has applied, check if his application is there, process it. You at that point would not be able to put your knowledge to bear because you would want to satisfy your DC.
So you see, that's,
you understand?
That's where the
So
just a moment.
Jaffa,
I have seen it. There have been so many opportunities.
See,
I'll give you another example.
Let's stay here. That's one moment. See, this is a very clear platform, and we are online for us to be able to clear certain misconceptions and myths. There is no application.
I don't want us. Look,
there is
Jaffa.
no application process that the GEA brings up, whether past or in the future or even present, that we intentionally
Jaffa.
use forms. Hard
Jaffa,
copy forms.
no,
And say
Jaffa.
Everything is done online.
Jaffa, listen to me. Jaffa,
Jaffa. The poor mentioned in my
no,
There's a moment.
Mr. Anya, please, but all of your mics are off. Listen to me, gentlemen. Yes, we'll have this conversation, gentlemen. Yes, see, we are here talking about innovative ways of growing the Upper East region. It has become crucial. Look, it has become very crucial at this moment that we cannot politicize anything that has to do with the development of this region. And we all have to hold Pearl with our two hands, embrace it, and work with it. We are just looking at the challenges that we are confronted with. Exactly. And we are looking at how we can distinguish us, even though we belong to the country Ghana, free education has come. You see, this issue of children not wanting to learn apprenticeship, free education is a contributing factor. They were all of them in the past.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Yes.
Is that not the politics?
Look, we have children in the secondary school that cannot write sentences. They cannot put a full sentence together. Some of them cannot even spell their names, we are told, by teachers in secondary schools. But they've been, posted to those schools. In the past, not to say that those who learn apprenticeship are dunderheads or are supposed to be. In the past, some of these children will stay back home. And now, you might not be good academically, but be good when it comes to sewing. Be good when it comes to doing other things. But now they are not even afforded the opportunity to even try the other things. They are forced to go through. Is it not politics?
Somebody said that she got a grade 46. That if it had been the time they started the free policy, he would have gotten admission. Is that not the politicization?
It's the politics. So the politics actually plays a role. But we are now looking at what we can do differently because you cannot go and build a new school. If you build a new school, it has to be accepted by the government and GS and all of that. But as a region, we can build our own workshop and say that if the schools do not have enough equipment in the area of training the children, they can come there and learn. People build community ICT centers and schools go there to practice and all of that.
What is there? Go to
the schools. So Jaffa, I'm not saying that you people do not help. But politics.
There's a community ICT center there. What is there? It's empty. Go to Gambia. There's an ICT center there. What is there? It's empty. Go to the opposite the High Court here, Volga here. There's an ICT center. Doctor, but this is a venture that people are using to make a lot of.
Yeah.
You understand my point?
Yeah.
If they had invested these monies in the private sector, it wouldn't have been at where we are now. Even, renting out those facilities to the private sector.
But Jaffa, even with this same discussion that we are talking about, do you know that it can be possible, it's highly possible that another political party will come, okay? Another minister will come and tell you that the committee that put together this Pearl document are not, the people that constituted the committees do not have what it takes to determine how this region should go, and that they are going to review it, or they are going to put together a new document altogether. Do you know that it is possible? Sure. So we are now praying that doesn't happen. That is what we want all of us to put our hands on deck.
Always good. Pushing.
Mm. Mm. All walks of life. Yeah.
If you really want that, don't even
Mm.
it's
Mm.
not about we can get something.
Mm.
So that's why it should be long as
Is concerned.
so if I am some even bring money, they come to don't say that because you have come. Human.
Yeah. So Jaffa, let me allow you talk about Bulsa South.
Okay.
In 3 minutes, tell us, why should I visit Bulsa South, and why should I do business in Bulsa South?
Very well. So you are listening. This is it. See all these products that right from all the raw material, one way or the other. So if you are someone who wants to whether you want to go into rice farming, whether you want to go into rice processing, whether you want to go into rice aggregation, or whether you want to go into rice packaging of whatever form, come to Bulsa. If you are someone who is interested in large quantities of honey, okay, we have a hub, a honey production, and an untapped production hub that you can. If you really want to go, those of us who are very careful about what we eat, I've always this time around, a lot of chemicals are being put together for them to. Okay, but if you really want the natural one that is being tapped,
Like the one from
directly,
Heights.
yes, like the one from Heights, you should be able to get commercial quantity in Bulsa. Are you looking for these dawa seeds? Are you looking for soya beans? Are you looking for granules? Whatever cereal or grains that you are looking for in larger quantity, come to Bulsa.
What
Even
of the
again,
rice? The rice
Yes.
market, how is it going?
the rice market is going on well, though with some
Challenges.
little challenge. There, not a little, but very serious challenge as we speak now, because there is a whole lot of rice in people's warehouses. There's a whole lot of rice in the market. There's a whole lot of rice that we are still encouraging people to come and buy. And this is yet another farming. The previous ones are still there. So investors or buyers who need rice in commercial quantity. It's something that when you talk to me, come to the business advisory center, have a group of aggregators, I have group of rice farmers, I have groups of every category of persons that you are looking. I'll be able to engage you, give you the right persons, give you the right guide. So when you hit the market, trust me, your life and your business will never.
Very well. Let me come to Mr. Katie before I come to Stania. He just mentioned that they have lots of rice in warehouses. Same with maize and other things. And we are talking about developing the Upper East region. What style of negotiation should we take such that even though government, sometimes imports rice or they buy imported rice for schools and other things, so that we could negotiate to say that, okay, as a region, we want to be buying from our farmers. Our schools, our secondary schools are going to be eating only rice produced in the region. We have Ella. Can't it be possible? Ella just said, I don't know what she means by that anyway. But can't we negotiate to get that done for us?
Yeah, it's possible. But the problem is that, government tries on ideas and funding. Because the political party must fund it. And because of that, there are a whole lot of players that come to another. Some of these guys are people who are important. So when they come on power, they have to play a fair game in order to meet their team. So that is why sometimes we have the problem. For instance, this year, as I speak, farmers are crying. Like you just said, there is a huge foodstuffs locked up, can't get the market. And I'm even wondering.
I have 300 bags of maize.
I'm wondering whether this rainy season. I'm wondering whether this rainy season people will be able to farm. And if you don't take time, we'll have farming next year.
Oh, they are farming.
Because the old stocks are still stuck there.
It's just that they won't farm in large quantities like.
Why? Because there seems to be a lot of imports into this country because of the lowering of the exchange rate. The stabilization of the exchange rate. Because of that, the importers have taken advantage of that. Import a lot of stuff into the region. So in the production or manufacturing industry, all experience serious challenge in that they are unable to sell. For instance, myself, I'm unable to sell. The farmers are unable to sell their produce, all that because if you look at importation, it's much cheaper than production. Because in the advanced countries, they use GMO and produce a lot of it. So they produce it in large quantities. They're looking for a market to dump. So you import and you come, for instance, I entered a supermarket and I asked a liter of oil, 35. I wonder how you're going to put this economy, 35 Ghana cedis. It's imported. So how will I compete with my oil? So that's a problem. So it's possible, but I think politicians need to have, our political leaders need to have the heart of the nation, their mind, whatever they are doing. Because as much as trying to favor those guys that have supported you to come to power, you should also look at closing certain gaps or putting sanctions on certain products that are produced in the country so that the local economy can strive. But if you open it all around and people are beginning to hoard products from outside into the country, they are killing the local economy. Because if I can't produce, why am I employing people for? So that is a problem. So I think that the main problem has to do with our political leaders. Is to see how they can put tariffs, probably higher tariffs on products that are produced in country, so that it will deter importers from importing such products in the country, so that the local production machinery can strike.
Mr. Nia,
Yes.
you are a farmer and you still have maize. Then I have to come for some because it's 300 bags. I have to come for some. Yesterday, I went to buy corn dough and I said I wanted 20 of this. And the lady said, oh, okay, I just brought some fresh one. Are you using it today? I said, yes, okay. but I want to keep some in the fridge. Okay, I brought fresh one. I'll give you 10 of this, 10 of that. So I was pressing my food. When she gave the thing to me, the way it was heavy, I said, hey, 20 cities are giving me 30 like this.
Yeah.
Because it was not like that in the past. Well, when there's abundance of food, it makes life easier. People are able to afford, and families don't complain and all of that. But hey, the farmers are complaining.
A lot. Cost of production is very high.
Yeah.
Fertilizer, Yara Activa is 465 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
You need 3 of it to go through per acre. You need chemicals, you need labor, and you need a seed. So put this together. If you cultivate 1 acre, the highest you can get is 15 bags. So let's say you get 15 bags and you sell it at what rate? Now I'm told it's even 200 cedis.
In some areas, it's 180.
Thank you. So a bag for 180. So 15 bags. You can imagine the quantum of money you will get. Compare that to the cost of production. I think previously we used to export some of these products like grains, for instance, whether it's granite, soya beans, maize, or whatever. I think there was a ban on the export of some of these products. I think through the Ministry of Agric, they need to look at it again. If the ban is still in force, they should lift it so that we can be able to, to export our product to our neighboring countries. Sometimes you see long trucks loaded with maize and other products, and they are crossing to Burkina. When you ask them, they tell you they bought them from Togo. What is different? It is because we have decided that we will not sell. We will not want our products to go outside Ghana, and therefore we are keeping it. We don't also have much money. Buffer stock should have also been the company that should be helping farmers. Buffer stock is also handicapped financially. And so that is why farmers are now only relying on people who produce food, who sells food. How much of it would they be able to buy? Me alone, I have that much. What of others? Somebody has 1,000 bags. I also think that as farmers, we need to diversify. Let's not just stay with one crop. So you do maize this year, you have abundant maize, but you are not able to sell it. Don't just go and repeat the same thing. You can think otherwise. Soya beans is also selling. Beans is also selling.
Yeah.
Even if somebody has soya beans today, I'll go and buy. Because I know someone, I have a friend who processes soya beans oil. And he does that 100 tons a day. And that is 1,000 bags a day. We are not able to even get the soya beans to give out. So it is also expensive to farm soya beans because the harvesting alone is an excessive work. It is not easy to harvest soya beans, but if you are able to do it well, at least it pays off than some of these products that we are talking about. So government has a role to play. As farmers, we also have a role to play. I again still want to suggest that in order to also cushion farmers, farming is business. Government is encouraging farming, the youth to go into farming. If the environment is not conducive, you will not be able to venture into it. And farming, I must say, it's an expensive venture. That if you don't have money, you cannot go into farming. I have a friend who has farmed. If you go to his warehouse, has up to 500 bags of rice. And the rice is still lying down. The bags are even getting torn. So I always ask him, so what do we do to clear this? He doesn't know. So I'm saying that government has a role to play because there are a lot of opportunities for government to support farmers, pushing farmers. They came up with this, what do they call it? This national apprenticeship program. No, not the apprenticeship program. There's another package that they said they were going to support Ajumaura. Is it Ajumaura or some program like that? That they train people that they were going to support them with capital to venture into entrepreneurship. How transparent is that program? Can I put in my application? Where will I go to get the information if I want to put in my application? How much can I access? The poor farmer who sits in Binduri and he doesn't know how to read and write. Where can he get or she get information so far as that program is concerned? We need to come out with deliberate policies and programs that will support the farmer to thrive. I mean, successive government has implemented this subsidized fertilizer thing, but this time it's not forthcoming.
And I'm just looking at my time, but there's this question I want to ask. Don't you think that we've gotten here because of how expensive fertilizer is and also how comfortable we've become with the usage of fertilizer? At what point did we get here? Because it used not to be like this. Now every farmer is talking about fertilizer. Why? Why not organic farming?
But I think that it is easy to just sit and then when they go and buy your fertilizer and start applying. Organic fertilizer, organic, for instance, manure, you need to put in a lot of efforts. You know, it is not okay for us to continue to use fertilizer. But then it is also difficult for you to be able to prepare organic manure in order to apply on your farm. I mean, you in my village,
especially now that the lands are so used to the fertilizer.
Yes,
I'm sure you will need more of
yes,
the
in my
organic.
village, my father will go around to pick the cow down from different places and gather it at one place. And then in the rainy season, then we can go and broadcast it on our farm. How many people are ready to do the kind of sacrifice he was doing? And so that's why people think that, well, it is much easier to go and buy fertilizer.
And you get more yield.
And you get more yield than to wait and go through the traditional method of gathering cow downs and other things in order to be able to get the manure. But I think that as time goes on, we will not be able to get the kind of yield if we continue to use fertilizer. We need to find other ways of making sure that we get manure instead of just using this fertilizer. Even though it's difficult, but we still have to do it. And I know with the right investment, we'll be able to scale through.
All right. Okay, so we are about ending, but I would come back to all of you and give you 2 minutes each. Mr. Akayetie, in conclusion, PEARL has come, it's been launched. They are still putting the document together. I'm told suggestions are still welcome, right?
Yeah.
And how do you get those suggestions?
Oh, you can walk into the Regional Coordinating Council, particularly just ask anybody you find around there, especially at the reception. If you go to the reception and say you want to speak to the planning committee or the planning unit or any other officer on PEARL, you will be directed as to where to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that Akayetie?
Yes, I wanted to add a little about the use of synthetic chemicals in our farms. I am somebody who practiced organic farming, and though I didn't company, Heights Enterprise works with over 2,000 women farmers across Upper East and Northeast regions, and all these people are trained to use organic fertilizer and stuff for growing the crops that we are processing. So we have found a way to kind of do away with the synthetic chemicals. Why? Because synthetic chemicals destroy the soil, and that gives you lower yields over time. Immediately you get good harvests. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you suffer
need
more. You need
fertilizer.
more. So you keep on. It's like an addictive kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because once you apply these chemicals on the ground, it goes to kill the microorganisms in the soil. And the microorganisms contribute a lot to the plant growth because they create holes in the soil that oxygen is able to go in. I mean, carbon, all that. It helps the plant to grow well. So if you apply the chemicals, all those things dies off. Now, it is only the chemical nutrients that the plant depends on. So your subsequent planting season, you need to add more. Where's the money to keep on adding more? So it is better we all try to see how best we can revert to organic farming by using the raw materials that are on the ground. And also now we also have other organic fertilizers in the system that helps in plant growth. We have quite a number of them. However, it is difficult to promote them because The synthetic chemicals have so much money. It's a huge industry of its own. So they have enough money to market themselves to the extent that the organics don't have. So they are there. However, it all has to do with marketing. And if you don't have enough money,
So if
you
we
can't
want your
market.
products,
See,
where can we?
anywhere you are, we deliver nationwide. You can go online, just type Heights Enterprise. Google will bring all our information. We have a shop around the old Bolganaba Palace, in between NIB and Apex Bank, Florges Enterprise. That's where we are. We also are at our facility at Yorogo, where we supply. If you call us on 0554 601250, we have cold pressed groundnut cooking oil, which is somehow, many people don't know that you can extract oil from the groundnut seed direct without passing it through fire. We have been able to do it. And this meets international standards. If you look at it, it's produced according to the ecological organic standards of Ghana and approved by PGS. The same with sesame oil. We have
As I am certain, all I'm waiting is for us to finish so that I can buy the granite oil and go and prepare jollof.
You enjoy it.
What of the guinea fowl?
Yes.
No, I don't want guinea fowl. I have a lot of guinea fowls. It's the granite oil I want.
Yes.
To go and do the dawa jollof this afternoon. Kalala.
So we have sobolo powder. Sometimes these are good for health conscious people, and as every human being, you should be health conscious. If you are not health conscious, you spend that money in treating yourself.
Yeah.
And treatment is more expensive than just getting the right products to consume. So we have sobolo powder. You just drop it in water. If you want to add sugar or sweetener, you are fine to go. We have natural honey here. This is wild honey. So those who have been currently, we have a lot of people adding chemicals to honey, and many people are now afraid to consume
Why so?
honey.
Unfortunately, we can't go on and on. But why are people adding chemicals to honey? Why? Honey too.
That's a problem.
Jafar. So we can close because we are far behind time.
Okay, that's fine. So for me, I would want to encourage each and everyone, whether you are an entrepreneur or whether you are an investor, willing and ready to invest, the best place for you to come is the Upper East region. If you are someone who is willing to grow your business, or you are willing to take your business to the next step with all the necessities or the enabling environment that you would be able to succeed, or you are willing to succeed within, the Upper East region is where you are. And I'm encouraging businesses like Ella and my good friend and AGI to patronize the services of the business advisories. They are dotted across the region or even the country, whichever district you are. If you are in Boku, there is a BAC there. If you are in Garu, there is a BAC there. Aga have a BAC dotted across. So please go there, ask the right questions. You have a whole lot of information that you get from BACs. So if you are an entrepreneur listening to me, whether you are within the country or outside the country, best place for you to do all your investment Upper East region. And I can assure you that Musa Surf ready for you. If you are going to invest in apiculture, it's a harvesting of honeys and Musa Surf. If you are also going into livestock, Musa Surf. Let's get interactive. My number is 0244-38269. 0244-3885. Let's get interactive. Let's see how we are able to push ourselves. The bigger picture is. Thank you
very well. Thank you so much. I like that. The bigger picture. Ella.
Yes.
Ella Foods. Hey. What will I buy from Ella? I'll definitely buy something from you. Okay. Ella, what are your final words? What do you want to tell the people of the Upper East, especially our women, our young women? Hey, Ella. Are you for real?
That's serious.
Yes, what I have to say or to tell them is that they
Mm,
should be more focused what they want to do.
okay.
It's all about the mind. Whatever you've started or you want to keep moving, one day God will send you there and
Mm,
you will soon be there.
mm. Are you where you are, or you still want to grow?
I still want to grow.
Okay. So where should we be looking to see Ella in the next 5 years?
All over the world.
All
I
right.
want to have so many shops,
Mm,
products that people will be able to see me
mm.
or to give me more testimonies on my products.
Okay. All right.
That's
Thank you so much. I'm hoping that in the next 5 years we'll be alive and strong
yes.
to come
please.
back and sit
Amen.
here and talk about how successful you've become.
Mhm.
All right,
Amen.
let me come to you, Mr. Ania, your final
Yes,
words.
thank you so much.
Mm.
Skyway,
Mm.
as I mentioned, we are first entrepreneurs before joining AGI, and so we are into basket exportation, and so we export to Europe and also to Estonia. Currently, we used to have an outlet in New York, but we had some tax issues, and so that place is closed. And so particularly we export to Denmark, we export to Sweden and Germany as well as Estonia. We are also into agriculture, as I mentioned, not just maize, but we are also into sorghum and soya beans. We are also into what do you call it, pitches of soya beans, and so we buy soya beans in large quantities. So if you have soya beans, we can easily buy from you. For AGI, we think that AGI forms an integral part when it comes to the development of our region. And so I would want to encourage businesses who have not joined AGI yet to come up. Together, we can do a lot. Together, we can travel far. Together, we would be able to advocate for policies that can benefit the private sector. Together, we would be able to bring in the necessary investment that can cushion our various businesses. And so you can easily reach out to me on 0206442307 or call on any of our members, and you will be directed as to what to do in joining AGI. We have quite a lot of programs that people are taking advantage of. Very soon, we are also going to do another exhibition, and when that time is due, we'll come and discuss. Thank you so much.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Ania, Ella of Ella Foods, and Said Jafar, Head of Business Advisory Center of the Ghana Enterprise Agency, and to you, Mr. Akayeti of Heights. I'm so grateful that you all made time to join me here in studio, and I wish you all the best. All right. All right, so this has been Daybreak Upper East on A1 Radio 101.1 FM. My name is Humu Kusum Tahiru. For myself and the entire team here, we want to say thank you to our guest this morning, and a special thank you to you who watched us on Facebook, on TikTok, and at home, in your offices, in your cars. We are so grateful to all of you, yeah? We are back on Monday, inshallah, with another interesting edition of Daybreak Upper East. So my name is Humu Kusum Tahiru. Show ably produced by Moses Abba-Apia. Brakalala Visuals Manager. It makes it possible for us to come to you live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, please do. My name is Humu Kusum Tahiru. You can find me on TikTok at Humu Kusum. Please go on and give me a follow. Have a blessed day and enjoy the rest of our programs here. Thank you so much. And it's a bye from myself and the entire team. Yes, but before I go, we will be having an exclusive interview this evening with lawyer Anthony Namo, President of the Ghana Bar Association in the Upper East Region, and also Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Regional Chairman. It's 5 p.m. Please make a date.